You're listening to Short Inspirations from Ralph. The Bridge to Hope, Part 2. So we see that when we're talking about bridges, they take us across the chasm from darkness to light. It's like one side of the chasm is very dark and the other is brilliant, incredible light, unlike anything we've seen before. And I'm reminded of Paul meeting Jesus on the road to Damascus, and that was in the middle of the day, and with the bright shining sun in the Middle East, and the light that he saw so outshone the sun that was just incredible. And our scripture last time was, the people who walk in darkness will see a great light. For those who live in a land of deep darkness, a light will shine. So bridges take a person from one zone of deep darkness across an impassable and therefore impossible gap or chasm or gully. The Greek word is chasma. It means a gulf, an abyss, a crevasse. It's described in Luke 16 when there is the story of the rich man who dies and goes to hell, and the poor man Lazarus who goes to heaven, and there is this very deep abyss between heaven and hell which no one can cross. And we see the rich man calling out to Abraham across the chasm, which does show you actually that we do have our identity still in the afterlife. So the bridge takes us from the old to the new, from ashes to beauty, from destruction to life, from hopelessness to this great thing called hope. Hebrews 7:25, it says, so he is able to save fully from now throughout eternity everyone who comes to God through him, because he lives to pray continually for them. And that word pray is another word for interceding or connecting or joining or bridging, a bridge of hope. And he laid down his life like a bridge over the chasm for us. He gave up what he could have had and died for you and me. So when we're talking about Jesus, great mediator, the great gap connector, we're talking about the Christ, the Messiah, not just a good religious leader. He is God. All other religious leaders and spiritual instigators are in their graves, but Jesus has risen again. And the resurrection, as we've said before, changes everything. It's the pivotal point in history. It's the bridge between evil and good. And so we find where there is no hope now and beyond the grave, it has been replaced with a wonderful, glorious future of abundant life forevermore. And Solomon has said that there is eternity in all of our hearts. Doesn't matter who we are. Doesn't matter who we follow or don't follow. If we are human beings, we have eternity in our hearts. And I'm currently working with an older man who doesn't follow Jesus. And I've said to him, I want to see him again in eternity. And that's God's heart too. And for all of us, that he wants to see us with him in eternity. God bless you.